my tech guy's poorly, so we thought we'd have a little look round. Quite a lot of history here. You'll hear Jason talking, but he's on the camera, so he will tell you a bit about the history as we walk down into the graveyard.
So this is one of the oldest graveyards in Lancashire. It was, the oldest grave dates back to 1864. It's my local cemetery for where I used to live in Accrington. A lot of my relatives are buried here and cremated, and we just fancied doing somewhere. We've not done a cemetery yet for the channel, so we thought, why not do a cemetery, as that's one of the obvious places to go ghost hunting.
A local one.
We're just here, can't see much at the minute. We're just walking deeper into the cemetery before we actually come across anything.
We're not on the full night vision camera tonight, we're having to make do with a little handheld. And if all else fails and the battery goes on that, we will switch to phone. We won't just leave you hanging.
We've just adapted my torch off my GoPro onto the camera to get the best we can for now. So we'll head down. I want to walk down, further down.
I want to go in.
Well, that's the middle there. It goes a lot further down yet.
I figured if we find a bench somewhere. We're going to try a couple of new communication methods tonight. They're new to the channel, they're not new to me or to ghost hunting in general. One of them is a very, very old method of communication.
So we're just coming down to where the crematorium car park.
That's old.
I've got. Should be able to see that when it comes into focus.
Freeman.
We'll wander down here, see what we can find. That one's from 1930. What we're going to do is we'll find a location deep within the cemetery, because we're just trying to get far enough away from the main roads, and there is a main road at the top end, so we're getting plenty away from that, so there's no background noise. And we'll do a spirit box. There's a chap there, you can see him. Yeah.
Oh wow. Looks like Julius Caesar.
So we'll just debunk this in case anyone sees it on camera. It's not actually a ghost, that one. It's actually someone's statue. There's some spectacular gravestones. So we're going really deep into the cemetery because obviously we want to give you the best we can. Up to now it's feeling rather relaxed and quite unnervingly quiet.
Yeah. It's actually quite a light night as well. It's quite a bright evening. The moon's not out and it's cloudy, but it's not pitch black. Once your eyes adjust, it's not really dark.
It is quite a clear night. It's actually more difficult to see with the torch, but obviously we need that on for the sake of the camera footage. And you can see there's some spectacular, some really big. We are in Accrington, so there will be some big potholes. I've just got to get close enough so you can actually see him on camera, because like I say, we're just using the torch, and it has got to wait a couple of seconds for it to focus as well. It's just having difficulty with being dark.
It is a handheld photograph camera as opposed to a video camera.
So what we'll do, we'll just have a wander up here, show you some of the different graves.
It's quite unnerving because I could have sworn there was somebody stood there, but it's actually steps. And it's like a railing, but in the dark it just looms out of nowhere.
Oh, these random things. They almost look like steps, but they're not. They're all the plaques. They've actually got writing on them, they are actually plaques. They just look like steps from a distance in the dark.
Probably, I did say that some of the graves here are quite a few deep.
Some of the graves in here are actually stacked up to 10 people deep in some of the graves.
I think this is a good spot to just look right in the middle here.
I think here.
Yeah.
I was looking for a bench, to be honest. Let's have a wander down here, see if there's a bench, and if not, walk back up to these steps.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's a bench down here. That's a big person who was buried there. Look at the moundage. There you go, Cal. You'd be loving that moundage.
There's a thing on the end that tells you what is in the mound.
Oh, there's actually something in the mound.
It's like a barrow.
Might be a mass grave or something.
Have a look.
Let's have a look, see what's in the moundage.
Arthur, beloved husband of Sarah Kitchen, 1932. Also Sarah. Also Arthur Johnson Kitchen, their son, and Ada Barnsley Kitchen, their daughter. One of them died at a year old, and one of them died at 30. Quite sad. So that's the whole family.
Oh, some of these are sunken right down, so this is obviously the older. These are the really old graves, because as you can see, some of them are literally just popping out at the top of the ground. Look how buried down these gravestones are. They've pretty much disappeared, some of them.
Oh, we were talking about a future investigation.
Picked up on some of them. The camera actually focused like it was picking a face up. You know when it zooms in like a little square to pick a face up? The camera actually focused on someone's face.
It will do that for pareidolia though, so anything that looks like it might be person shaped.
I was literally just scanning over the top of these graves.
Well, look at like that shape.
Yeah, I suppose
That's
that's...
very person shaped. That's very person shaped.
Any viewers at home watching this, if you see anything, hear anything that we might not necessarily pick up on whilst we're walking through here, if you leave us a comment, that's just a bird in the distance. But yeah, if you leave us a comment, let us know what you've seen and a timestamp for when you've seen it. We will get back to you and let you know what we think once we've listened to it back and watched it back. Gets quite sparse down here. There's not as many.
I think this is the newest section though.
Let's have a look what date we've got on here.
1916.
1916, Mary Baldwin. So we've still got some very old graves down here. We've got, this one is 1920.
I think we go up to those steps. We can't see any benches along here.
I can't see much of anything, to be honest.
Not really much.
There's got to be some bloody hell. Jump scare.
Jump scare. It's a bird.
Pigeon. You'd think there'd be some right back at crematorium though, because the crematorium's up there. If you can just make out that light in the distance, that's a crematorium. I'm trying to move the camera as slowly as possible so it stays in focus, because it is having difficulty focusing with, obviously with the darkness
Low light.
and the low light. And obviously trying to be respectful of where we are. Not stepping on people.
Yeah, I think pigeon. If we go back up to those steps, it's a good central point.
As you can see, let's have a look at this one here, what this one is. Who goes there? What was that? Was that you?
I laughed, yeah.
No, it weren't a laugh. It was like a thud.
That might have been my fault.
It actually sounded more like a car door shutting.
I heard that. That was a thud. We're getting near a road again down the same so I think, yeah, we'll go back up to that.
Go back up. We'll go back up to the steps and
That's good.
opposite. We'll go back the way we came, and then
We don't get lost.
we don't get lost.
Lost in the graveyard.
Because it's dead easy to get lost round here. No pun intended.
Lost on.
So what we'll do is if we do get anything round here, which hopefully we will do, because there has been sightings in this cemetery of a brown-haired, blue-eyed girl that's been spotted around this cemetery, is the manifestation that's been seen. But other than that, we've done a bit of research. We try not to do too much, because obviously we don't want to fill our heads with other people's stories before we come. We like to come open-minded and see what we can actually find out. But there is very few. There is only literally one video of this cemetery where someone's filmed it in the dark. So we felt that means it needs investigating. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, let us know if you'd like us to come back here, and we can come back with a tech guy, and we can come back with both main cameras with night vision. Obviously we're just making do at the minute with a torch, so it's not going to be quite up to the quality that you're used to from us.
Let's try with powerless first.
We're just going to try the Perilous Spirit box app, see if we can get any communication going. What I'll do, I'll just dim this. Is that better?
Not as bright.
I'll just dim it down a little bit, because I think with the light being so bright, that's what's making it go out of focus. I can still see you on the camera. That's just you just see the speaker setting up and the
Just trying to get the Bluetooth.
Perilous app coming on.
Connections.
Now,
Bluetooth.
I don't know about anything else, but I've suddenly gone very, very light-headed.
I feel fine at the moment. I thought I could see red eyes up there, but it's a car. It's a bit weird.
There is some very old trees around this cemetery as well. Can't actually pick that up on the camera.
Okay, let's see if we get anything. So is there anybody here that would like to talk to us? Is this your final resting place? Do you come back to visit relatives? Pointing behind.
I'm gonna say I could hear something behind you, like almost like a ruffling, like a crunching noise. Like literally coming up this path. I wouldn't say it were footsteps, it was more like crunching, almost like a packet of something.
We did see some teenagers earlier.
Mm.
So they're camped out somewhere.
Yeah, if we do pick up on anything and we find out later that it is someone around us or anything like that, we will debunk it and we will let you know and we'll leave a comment.
Level.
Level. Is that it? Do you want us to go up the level, up the stairs?
Well, we'll try. Let's have a look.
We'll go up onto this level. If there's anyone present, if you want to come forth, speak through the device, manipulate the device and bring up words to communicate with us.
So the Paralus, it has a word bank, and it's believed that spirit can manipulate or select words to get as near as they can to what they want to say to us. Is there anybody here that would like to communicate with us? We come with respect, curiosity, reverence. We don't mean any disrespect at all. We just want to communicate and give you a chance to tell your story as well. Thick. Obviously there are a lot of it here. There's going to be a lot of emotion here. Just going to check. Lie. Just checking that none of the graves have that word on.
I think these are soldiers' graves
They look to be
with poppy cross in front and stuff. It's
Colonel
like Colonel.
killed at Arras, 1916 World War One. Device, that's correct. You can speak through that. 1886 and 1893.
Got some very old graves here.
They are.
Would anyone like to come forth, talk to myself? My name's Jason. This is Vicky. We're just curious, we wish to talk. If you'd like to communicate, pass on any messages to any loved ones, let us know you're here. Make a noise. Show yourself.
I've got really not uneasy, but like we're being watched.
I keep seeing that corner
I heard
behind.
someone say hello. Like actual hello.
We've got EVP.
Not Vector. Vector. What's that? Vector? Victor?
Is there someone here with the name Vector?
Just going to put the EVP on. So EVP is electronic voice phenomena. That sometimes picks up on voices that we can't hear with our own ears. It didn't work last time we used it, but
It's like to see things, but it's... I think they're just getting used to us being here at the minute. There's a chap approached you behind on that path. He got as far as a tree and then kind of disappeared. But they are approaching. I think because there's not been many investigations in this cemetery.
ghost. That's okay.
Because there's not been many investigations, I think it's a bit of a case of, obviously you've got to bear in mind as much unaware of us as what we can be of them.
Young, as in young person.
You know where we are.
In the
This is the children's cemetery.
Oh.
It's the bottom left corner, that's the children's.
That's why then.
What the flipping is that? Is that a car at distance?
Well, that's what I could see. It was red and
But it's
keeps going
green.
blue and green, yeah.
It's green. I'd have saw it green then. Oh, this is a big one here on left. I just got an overbite right across the camera then.
Brilliant. If you'd like to come and talk to us. Portrait.
That's quite a recent one, not 2002. I say recent, it's still.
That's baby. I can feel that. That's babies. I won't go near that one because they deserve. Well, everyone deserves peace.
Well, that one's been broken. Look, the top half's come off.
Quite
Let's
sad.
see.
If you'd like to come and talk to us, please do. Jason can see you. I can feel you.
What is?
Don't be afraid of us. We don't mean any offence or disrespect. We are just curious.
What is that?
John Newton, Alice's wife, and Ellen Senior, 1946, 1958, and 1921. Safe. We're safe. You're safe.
I swear it'll sell someone.
Well, there's a bench there.
Is that the? That might be the finger guidance. You know, for ashes, the
Maybe.
I forgot what they call it now. The
Well, shall we go sit on that bench?
oh, I've gone tight and I saw someone bent over.
Maybe someone visiting someone.
Oh, the children's.
Four. Babies. Yeah, stillborns. Born sleeping. 2 days old. Oh,
Oh,
hello babies. The bird again.
we're being approached by someone.
Where?
I'm not sure if that's the. Could be the cemetery guardian. That.
We don't mean any disrespect. Oh,
Happen.
happen. Do you mean here? I do know this happens. It's the saddest thing in the world. All these little ones. Why is that milk just going on its own? Oh,
Liberty.
yeah. Liberty.
I don't feel very. Someone's not standing
John.
Is that his name? He keeps approaching, but he'll only come like within about 100 yards of us and then he vanishes.
Sir, we don't mean any disrespect, so we're just here to
He's a very old chap, he's in a suit.
learn and to visit.
I'm not getting much distance on this camera with.
No, you won't.
I can get from about here to that grave in front of me now, which is about as close as it'll actually pick anything up.
Apologies for the poor
We'll probably
footage.
use this footage as more of like a pre-visit, analyse the situation, and like I say, we will come back if you want us to come back.
West. West. I've seen that name.
Does it mean like the direction west, as into head west?
Well,
Or
it's
is it
the
actually
arrows pointing forwards.
that'll be west, I think, because the cemetery always points north, doesn't it?
Yeah. Seven.
This is where I saw him around this tree.
Well, this looks like a very old tree. Breath.
If you're here with us, if you want to approach, come forwards. Is your name John?
It's a very generic name, isn't it? I don't like it when we get John. It's very generic.
If your name's not John, if you come forwards and let me know your name.
We'll turn the EVP off and put the EMF on.
I forgot about the EMF. Because I've got camera in my hand, I'm used to
Yeah.
having one thing in my hand.
It's alright, I've got a spare hand. Okay, so this is obviously the EMF device that you all know and love. EMF measures electromagnetic fields. Everything has an electromagnetic field that is run by electric. Phones do make it go off a little bit, so as long as I hold it away from there, we're not going to have any issues.
I've also got my mobile set on airplane mode so it doesn't give off any electrical signal.
Find her. Who do we need to find?
He's there again. I can see you. Look at the door to the crematorium.
Yeah, that's what I've been looking at.
He keeps standing on like in front of the entrance on the steps.
Oh,
Obviously I just can't pick it up on camera because it's just too far
we've just
away.
got a fluctuation. Does anybody here that would like to talk to us come and affect one of the devices? You can speak to us through this, select a word. That arrow is still pointing that way.
Would
Or
you-
come and affect this device in my hand.
Diction.
Diction. Diction is enunciation.
Just ignore the screams in the distance.
I think it was a kid. It sounded like a child. Just walk a little bit forward.
We'll just walk away from the screams.
Yeah. For what, west side?
not because we're scared, just because
Screams.
screams.
Come and approach us. We don't mean any disrespect.
Cleared.
Cleared. Do you want us to stay on the path? Is that the problem when we come off the path? You'd like us to stay on the pathways? I've just had that thought in my head.
That's what I was saying before when I was filming the graves. I was like, we'll be respectful and not walk on
Yeah.
top of anyone.
That's maybe what he's getting at, is to stay on the
I
path.
think that's probably why this chap's following us. He's not. He only stays a distance though.
Yeah.
But then I keep seeing him.
He's gone from in front of that door now, though.
I mean, it could be a different spirit altogether. It could just be.
Shall we walk?
I know the one that keeps walking towards us seems to be the same chap every
Okay.
time.
Quitter.
I kind of want to walk round the back of here.
Yeah.
I might as well go around, try and go in a big circle kind of thing. And
Just keep walking.
not only that, I want to kind of go around the crematorium.
I want to find where this arrow's pointing because we're walking in the right direction.
Put this around my neck just purely because I don't want to drop it. And if any sudden
there anybody here that would like to talk to us?
Reach.
Reach.
I forgot to put it on the dimmer light, didn't I?
Reach to him. Who are we reaching to?
Industry.
Industry.
Which way is the arrow pointing? Is it still pointing over in that direction?
Straight across.
Is there a path round the back?
Can't tell.
I can hear someone. That direction.
Yeah, I heard that.
So I was kind of thinking to go down and round, but I've got some tightness.
Edge.
I've got a tightness in my chest.
It said breathe earlier.
Mm. This feels really old round here. I don't know why, but I suddenly feel like we've kind of gone.
I feel like we're trespassing. We're not, just for public record, the graveyard is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We did check.
That was someone then. I was wondering if there was a path that went to the right, but there is.
There is. Ooh,
UK.
UK, I've got a flash then. I heard boots walking towards us.
Mm-hmm.
And something climbing up. They're not coming to talk to us. They come and affect this machine. This green light. Can you make it flicker for us? If you walk towards us and touch the machine, use my energy.
Just for record, Father Camberoo, now as far into the cemetery as we can go. We're right down the far end of the cemetery, as deep in as we can go. So we're gonna circle round behind the crematorium building, which is just where you can see the lights, just probably about 400 yards, 300 yards in front of us is a crematorium. So we're gonna head round the back of it
Magnet.
and come round the back of the crematorium and circle round.
Before we go too far, I've got a man
Mm-hmm.
in work boots,
Yeah. In front of us.
corduroys.
Jake.
Jack, is that your name? Jack, come and talk to us. I think you're a groundskeeper. You've got that kind of earthy feel about you. Before we go too far on, I'm just trying to get him to come towards us. This is strange because I don't normally see this clear. He's not far. He's stumping. He's got a stick.
Fancy.
Fancy. I'm not sure it's a stick or his garden fork he's leaning on. Come and grab onto this. Let us see that you're here. Come and talk to us. Shout in the distance. Come and communicate with us. I can see you.
Leader.
Leader. Would like me to come to you? I can see you having problems with your walking.
Whereabouts is he? Oh,
He's on this path. He's kind of leant on a tree. Well, stood near one. Oh, can you do that again for me?
I just got a pinch on my ear.
It just literally flickered, real small flicker.
Right.
Threat. We're not a threat. We don't mean any harm or disrespect. Come to visit you. To see if there's anybody here that needs to talk to us. Needs help. Train going past. It's very loud. We must be near the
That's
railway.
a ghost train.
It's a real train.
We'll put that on for the EVP later. A ghost train through cemetery.
Very real train.
Whereabouts is he? Can you see?
He's here.
Vape.
Vape. No one's vaping.
No, he's not here tonight.
Right,
Her
oh,
breath showing, like, kind of looks like vape because we're breathing. It has gone quite chilly now. It was warm before. I just got tugged on my back of my neck again, on my hair. I've had my left ear pinched, and then I just got a tug on, like literally grabbed the tuft on crown of my head and.
talk to us. He's here.
Head.
Head.
I don't mind you touching me and touching my head and anything like that. It's fantastic that you want to communicate with us. But if you can use your words,
Male.
if you can talk to us, let us know who you are, what your story is. We're just interested. So that's in memory of York. York.
Daddy.
This happens to be John.
No, that's Jack.
Is that John or Jack?
It's Jack. And I got Jack
Where does it say Jack?
in loving memory of Jack. Is that Jack or is that York?
I thought it said York. The
The
dealing.
beloved son
Oh
of
no, it does say.
It's York. Loving memory of York, the dearly beloved son of John and Sarah Harwood, who departed the life 1906 in his 20th year. And Maggie, the beloved wife. It's York, I can see it clearer without the light shining on it.
Well, I thought it said York when I saw it from a distance, and then when I got closer, I couldn't make out what it said.
This chap's just here near this tree, watching.
Oh, someone just walked up there then.
Tall.
I saw someone walk from that grave to that grave and then just disappeared. That literally went behind the grave and didn't come back out the other side.
Well, we find the way back up.
There was a tap on that grave then. If there's someone here with us now who'd like to communicate, make a knock on one of the graves. Let us know where you want to come, where you want us to come to talk to you. We only wish to communicate, we don't mean any disrespect or any harm.
Oh, Hello. Oh, that flickered just a little bit.
Learn.
Learn.
If you come
Are you
close,
learning? If you grab this or use your energy to reach out, you can touch my hand, you're very welcome. Touch my arm. Touch this, it's a strange machine, but it will show us that you're here.
all you have to do is approach it, come close to it. It'll make the lights go around. That'll indicate that you're here with us and we can talk to you.
I suppose they've got a few things to learn as well with this one. It just flickered and went off.
The main issue I find
Oh.
with
There we go. Did you see that?
very,
Very faint.
very faint and just on the first light.
Come on. Come a bit nearer for us.
Quid.
Quid. We're not paying you. You're not getting a quid for doing it. That's not fair.
Someone's got the right idea. What? I'm gonna say it won't focus on them grades, but it's just focusing on them two. I get a feeling from that smaller one of the two.
This one.
That right hand side one, the smaller.
Howarth, James Howarth and Catherine Howarth.
No, this one. That's got nothing on it. It's obviously wrote on the other side, but I can't.
I don't want to walk over it though, because I don't want to stand on anyone. More birds. Just feels very calm.
Is there someone in around this grave in front of me now who wishes to communicate?
There we go. Can you do that again, please?
If you come close to us, set the device off in Vicky's hand, make the lights flash.
It does it when you're not looking.
Sophia.
Sophia.
You don't have to necessarily communicate with us, but it'd be interesting for us to find out whether you're here with us, present. All we wish to do is show evidence of life after death.
Me.
May. Sophia May.
We've got footsteps approaching.
We just want to give people hope that there is somewhere afterwards. And to give anybody chance that would need our help or would like to talk to us.
I just got a very loud hello in my left ear. Very deep and very loud.
If you'd like to come and speak to us, come and say hello. Can you try and say it through this device or through this machine? If you grab hold of it and touch it. It will react. It's just so calm.
Just got a very sinister feeling.
Ledge.
Ledge.
Just had someone with deep voice literally come up and say hello, and they said, "What do you think you're doing?"
That was reacting again there. If you want us to go, can you affect this? Show us. And we will depart respectfully. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
He's
Okay.
following very close behind us now.
Okay.
Fear.
Fear. Well, we're not afraid. But if
I think that is what he's trying to do, though.
yeah, 'cause
He's trying to scare us out. Because he keeps coming talking right in my ear hole.
right, well, we'll start walking up. Can you give us one more flash on this? Just show us if you would like us to go. Yeah, right, okay, thank you. That's really good of you. Thank you for showing us. We will start heading out. You're welcome to accompany us and make sure we leave. We don't have any intention of staying here overnight. Steps.
He's whittering behind me, but I can't quite make out what he's saying.
Right, chum to him.
Yeah.
Look, he's going.
The way around these steps, I want to see what he's got to say because he's saying something. He's got a very, very deep voice, very old.
Battery. Don't be draining any batteries, please. Right, I'm just going to turn this off so I can concentrate on the...
He's got a very... Oh, it's going... Oh no, it might be your
No, it's my
phone.
phone. I'm just turning all the bits off.
I just realised your phone was right under it when it was...
Literally just turning all these bits off. Turn that off properly.
He has caught up with us though.
Turn that off. Right. Okay, phone is away now. So there's now no electricals at all in my hand apart from this.
His talk is so clear. I just kind of wish sometimes that people could actually hear what I can hear.
Do you want me to put the EVP back on?
Yeah,
Because that doesn't affect this.
I don't think he necessarily wants us to go, he's just not sure as to what we're doing.
We don't mean any disrespect at all. Where are you?
Been here. By the sounds of him, he's been here a long time.
There we are, EVP2 ACCRINGTON Cemetery. Okay, we've now got two things going. I've turned off the noisy one. And just for our viewers, that doesn't affect that at all. There is now nothing that should be affecting this other than spirit.
Just for reference, we're just to the side of the crematorium. It's quite a clear night. We can see the moon and stars.
Now, moon and stars.
But it has gone very... There's a very cold chill on the air.
I don't know whether to
I
try
just
the
saw a
quick...
shadow go across.
Oh,
Might could have been.
or not.
Oh, footsteps.
I heard that. Oh, I was like someone pushed me backwards then. Please don't do that. Don't push me. Come and communicate. Please. Oh, thank you. Can you come and do that again for us? Can you come and reach out and touch this? If you use our energies to affect the device, I'll try and speak into this little box. This is a recorder, a voice recorder. It will pick up things that we might not necessarily hear ourselves.
Oh, that's a different chap. Can't see him, he's talking to me. He just literally came up and said it wasn't my fault.
It wasn't your fault. What wasn't your fault?
I'm getting a vision of a car accident.
Oh. Did you die in a car accident? Were you in a car accident? Did you die after a car accident?
So different words and sentences.
There's noises all around there now, even though it's very, very still.
We're very close to the crematorium here as well, though.
There's not a lot of wind at all. You can see my hair's not moving, so it's not windy, but there's like crunches and clicks and...
That's it. There's only a slight breeze, nothing drastic.
But you see the grass isn't even moving, or clouds in the sky are just slowly rolling by.
I wasn't looking at the camera, but I kind of caught out the camera a flash. I think the EMF went round as I was looking away.
Oh, it It seems to be when we don't look at it.
I literally saw it through the camera in the bottom of my eye as I was looking forward, so I might be wrong. I'm gonna have to see on the footage.
There's nothing
A
else.
mist just came in from the right then. Literally from my right across to the EMF. I don't think it's my breath because I can't see my breath.
No. Would you like to come and talk to us? If there is anybody here that wants to communicate, if there's anybody here that just wants us to go, can you make
And
this,
again, walk right across you then.
Can you make this device move for me? You grab onto it, can you touch it? Use my energy, you can use my energy fields, you can use Jason's. You're not welcome to possess, but you're welcome to use our energies to try and talk to us if you've something to say.
I feel like there's kids out far end somewhere. I keep hearing them
Yeah,
every
I
so
think there
often.
is. You know that fella? I think he's a gravedigger.
Mm.
Because he's over there digging.
I keep seeing someone like literally flicking between behind the graves kind of
He's a
thing.
gravedigger. I wonder if it wasn't a fork, it was a shovel.
Mm.
I couldn't see him clear enough to tell, but... And the
And
only thing I've got in my head, my cue, is Ghost Rider, you know Sam Elliott's character. The original Ghost Rider who's digging graves.
It would make sense because these are the older graves on this
Yeah.
end as well, so he most likely will have passed himself by now. If he was around to have dug some of these graves out, they date back.
Well, 1920s, 1930s, that's another train for the EVP. That is a train.
That's the second ghost train in one night. Some people are lucky to see one in a lifetime. This one's actually going the other direction. Oh, did you stamp then?
Yeah, I just put my foot up on here. Just because I feel real unsteady all of a sudden.
I do get the feeling that I need to move off these steps before I fall off the steps. I don't know why, I just feel really wobbly.
Well, that's what I thought as well, like someone was pushing.
He might be pushing to say, why have you stopped? Carry on.
Walking.
He was
Carry
walking
on
out.
moving. Is that a path?
Oh, yeah.
It's very old. These are old graves.
It's like a path. It's a path that's gone grassy all the time.
The grass path.
Wow, there's a lot around here. I suppose they would have worked it out from the crematorium outwards, wouldn't they?
Oh, if that's the site of the original crime, yeah, they would work out. If the crematorium wasn't there, they would work down.
There's a very old tree there as well. Well, you can tell, look how sunken down some of these. Some of these gravestones are so far down in the ground. You can kind of get an indication of the length of time they've been here for them to have sunk so much. Oh, excuse me.
You see, the EMF is very quiet. Oh, someone just grabbed my hand. Wrong hand, grab this one. If you want to hold my hand, that's okay.
So, what you're hiding?
Just like someone just like tugged on my coat and then grabbed my hand. It's okay. Footsteps behind me. need energy to communicate with me, that's fine. You can use this. You can show yourself. You can let Jason see you. He can see you and hear you. These are old. 1923, 1921.
That was amazing.
What?
There's literally a big group of people just walk past. I've never, I've very rarely seen such a gathering of spirits all together in a cluster.
I'm just checking, there's nobody here.
There's nobody here, and I literally just saw there must have been about 12 people all just walk past.
Well, we're on the front of the Clem now where people would gather, I suppose. Let's just walk up the front because graveyard.
That's a big one there, right in front of us.
They do have a lot of energy, I suppose, from the grief that's felt here.
Well,
Here's another Whittaker. George Whittaker.
Well, if we walk up to that big one in front there, and then we'll come back round to the front here,
And try the crystal.
and I think in front of there we'll try the crystal communication.
Yeah.
Because like you said, there's so much energy around here with the mourners and people who would have been grieving and coming in and out of the crematorium.
It's a big cenotaph in the middle, so it's
Wow. The feeling round here, I've gone. There's someone stood right to the left of us in front of that grave.
Here,
Bit further back.
here.
Uh-huh.
And torch off.
I don't like the way he's just looking at me. He's taller than me.
We had tall come through on the parallel.
He's really tall. Quite big built as well. He's just staring at me and twisting his head to the side.
Do you not want us to come up this way, sir? We don't mean any disrespect.
Wow, what was that?
I think there's a bunch of kids over there.
That sounded,
It didn't sound quite kiddie.
not only that, it sounded a lot closer. Like literally within a few.
I'm really uneasy here. Suddenly seems like it's got really dark.
It's gone very sinister. He's not very nice. Wherever he's just literally disappeared as I've turned round. You're gonna have to watch. He might be a reaper of some sort. I've got a very dark, eerie feeling round here now.
Yeah, I don't like it here. At all. At all.
Again, if you see anything round here as I'm panning the camera around, because I'm not always looking through the camera and trying to keep my wits about me, because it feels very, I want to say sinister around here, very dark. All of a sudden it seems to, the atmosphere,
Old.
the atmosphere is very much changed around this part. So,
1894. Oh, 1877. These are very old.
we've gone very far back, and it seems like the further back we've come into the older part of the cemetery, the feeling around us has completely changed.
1918.
It was quite a relaxed, open feeling, whereas now it's gone to more of a dark, eerie feeling. I almost feel quite breathless around here as well. These really old there, they've got the actual
1901.
marble.
We don't mean any disrespect.
1888.
And 18,
Is that 1888?
1888 and 1864.
1864, eh? Which one's that?
Here.
That must be the oldest grave. It's recording again, I don't know why it went off. Does it do a maximum? It was up to an hour.
Yeah, maybe then.
It was up to... So we're stood now at what where I believe
That's the old look at that one, 1864 hallmark.
1864.
It's the oldest grave in here.
From what I've found, 1864 is the oldest.
I'll just pick them off the grass. It feels very strange around here. Sorry, we've gone
Thumps and bangs.
quiet. Yeah. I think we need to walk more back towards that building.
It's gone back towards the crematorium.
Yeah.
Hello? Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Hello? You come forwards, talk to us, we don't mean you any harm.
I've got the EVP going, so that's not picked it up.
I just heard like a, oh.
Yeah. Feels like a moan.
Let's head back out of here because
Yeah.
I'll be honest, it doesn't feel very good round here.
There's somebody walking behind us.
Mm.
I hear footsteps behind us then.
He was not for God. If was not for God took him, he's seeing dead yet speaketh.
He being dead yet speaketh.
1840,
Some of these are really old, man.
1875, 1835. William Bunting. The Reverend William Bunting. That's a reverend.
Yeah. I just kicked my knee. Oh, I grabbed all of my
Battery's
knee.
suddenly just gone.
Oh.
It's look, I showed it you before it was three
Yeah.
quarters, it's just drained right down.
I'll have to turn it off. So if the battery's going and swap to phone.